Well, hello everybody. It's good to be back. It's time for some more Morrowind. Or I guess I should say Tomorrowwind, since it is now tomorrow. Or is it today? Is tomorrow in according to my old self? Or that person who inhabited my body 10 hours ago? To that person it's tomorrow. Is that person the same person that I am right now? It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one. But regardless, it matters not, for the march must continue. It must. And as all things must continue, I must also test my audio. Testing, testing. I think it's fine. Perfectory. Yes. We're in Aldrune. I just turned in, I turned in a quest because I escorted the armorer's son to the Pilgrim Cave. Coal Cave. That's what it's called. And I was trying to steal that amulet. Not steal, I was trying to give back to the poor. I'm being a philanthropist here, a Robin Hood, you know. But I believe that I accidentally looted it and sold it. I'm just gonna check one more time. Because I was, like I said, this is something that I know it is, but for some whatever reason, I did, I Googled.
What do you think of our city, Outlander? Is there something
I Googled it because I just wanted to know if I had already looted it on accident or not, because I scoured this entire manor, but I think it maybe said that it
you
may have been on top of the chest, not in the chest, in which case I suppose I might have missed it, so I thought I might just take a quick look here.
Haven't I heard of you?
Those chests, there's like a little flower on it. Hello,
Sarah.
Masera. Yeah, okay, it was on top of the chest. Well, I will fully admit I looked that one up. How did I miss that? I was opening this chest, but I didn't see it. I'm totally blind.
Haven't I heard
Well, oh well. It's good. At least I can continue the quest. That'll be the last thing I look up, probably. I'm not a big Googler. We jump, jump. Pardon me, I'm kind of excited to do light armor because you jump so much further with that. It's fun. uh, um, I don't think there's anything else here. To be perfectly honest with you. The Dwemer Coherer. That's 40 pounds. Good God. That's heavy. I was wondering why I suddenly was full on weight. That would be why the 40-pound Dwemer Coherer.
Sarah? What do you need?
What's that even mean? It's just some contraption. Yeah, I'm too dumb to understand that shit, bro.
Anything I can do, I am humbly at your service.
You want a Dwemer cohere? Take it. I could care less. Oh, a teapot. I do kind of want a scroll bag. Oh, shit. I think I'm going to take that, actually. I like the wind chimes, too. It's nice. Health generation, Matica generation, Dreamcatcher. Whoop, okay. Fatigue regeneration. If we just try it, that sounds nice. Fatigue regeneration, you know? Nordic backpack, 0.3. This is 50 pounds, which is worth $7,000. This is better. It weighs less. Yeah, give me that too. Fine. Give me $1 discount. Good lord. Try to scam me. Yeah, I'm just gonna stuff all this in here. All these arrows that I don't see myself using, in all honesty. Backpack upgrade, heck yeah. Dreaming about this. Yeah, I still have this thing, the Head of the Scourge. It's gonna be for some quest at some point, I'm sure. Nice. Good deal. And where's that scroll bag? Did buy it, right? Did I not buy it? Scroll bag. Sure, some scrolls. Have that brown fur backpack. He's selling ash statues. He's a cult member. What is that? Yeah, I could probably sell a few of those, honestly. But for now, I'll keep them in this bag. Man, I want more of those Icarian flight scrolls. I want to fly into the sky. That's just so funny. CV. The great CV. Oh, yes. The value in there. God damn. I think I... No, yeah. So when they're in the bag, I can't use them, but I'll remember it, probably.
Hey, old friend.
Probably remember it. Topics. It's kind of interesting that you can look by topics. That's useful. It's not a bad journal, honestly. Now that quest log is here. At first, I was like, oh my god, there's too many pages to this, but... Narmak. I think, yeah, Narmak was maybe where I should go. Right, out of the north. This is... Yes. Prison Jamora. So... The garden. Yeah, I think that's a mod. It's a Caldera. I think that's minor. I have no idea where this is. Lyriel's debt beats me, man. This one I was thinking I could maybe convince. Do some fast talking, maybe get her to give me the code book without making the Thieves Guild hate me. Yeah, that's far away. Olegmar, yeah, right. Okay. Could do that. That could be fun. Yep. Sadrithmore, alright. Maybe I go to Maragon. It's yep, ordinary is a creature. Nisus. I do want to take that back to Nisus. I think that's really interesting. Okay. Well now. I guess I have a couple destinations. I don't. Let's go to Nisus. I'm kind of interested in the lockbox. The lockbox. The lamp, I suppose. Exactly what it is. The great lamp. Oh, yes. Where is it? Where is it? My magic lamp. Oh, I gave it to him. He's repairing it. What? You there? We're looking for an escaped slave. If you find him before it, be sure to direct your attention to Sves over the trade house. Dang, the slave hunter? Good lord. Second one to Voris Dren. He's the #1 slave hunter. And Orvis Dren, I think he's the owner of the plantation, the Dren plantation. Kind of want to destroy that place sometime. Yeah, and Argoni escaped Dren plantation shortly after Voris Dren went missing. A hunt has been called, and the Dren family won't rest until justice is brought. Ooh. Yikes. Yeah, I'm good on all that. We'd be hiding in Nisus and in parts nearby. I'm gonna help this guy out. Nisus and in parts nearby. Huh.
You may speak.
So he was in town. I think, was this the guy that I had to get his pants back? Honestly, I do remember there being some secret rooms in some of these houses. I wonder if he could be in one of those. Yo, sup? It's a nice lamp. It is a very nice lamp. You wouldn't even know how nice it is. It's my lamp. It's my precious. My precious. Oh, here he is. Damn, look at this guy. He does look like a big wig. The Argonian is like an animal. Like any animal, he's got a trail to be tracked. In this case, that trail has led me here to Nisus. The beast race lacks the quality of intelligence which a wanted man would avoid a populated place like this. Good lord, yes, look at you, racist bigot. In my experience, they will see a big city in the lights and come running, expecting someone to help. Yeah, myself watching, waiting. Yeah, that plantation. Yeah, tell me what he looks like. Without his bracer. Damn. Find him, gut him, distribute him to the other slaves. Jesus. He was far too merciful. Those he caught, I believe his weakness contributed to his downfall. Jesus Christ. Brutal guy. Brooklyn, hello. Welcome back. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Ertis Fulminus, what do you know about the slave? The Drens are acting strongly and not without reason. The story is that Forrest Dren, nephew of Oris Dren, suddenly disappears, presumed murdered or kidnapped, and within a week a slave managed to escape the Dren property alive. Yeah, I remember reading about his escape when I was at the plantation. To pull off a stunt like that, the thinking must have been a lot of help. Who knew how big an operation it was, or if that slave was even still alive at this point. No one's admitting it, but this is a big embarrassment for the Drens. Good. Oh, that's awesome.
Go ahead, stranger.
Nice.
What do you want?
Yeah, I'm glad you got to play some Morrowind today. I also did, and then I wanted to play more, so. Yeah, I feel like I've been making a lot of progress too.
I will listen out as you
But this is, you've played the game multiple times, right? Is that what you said? Like, this isn't your first rodeo. Yo, what's up? So you're not the escaped slave, yeah, because you're. Should find a key. Yeah, it seems like a game that you can replay quite a few times because a lot of the like the faction quests seem to be mutually exclusive. Like you can't join the Magus Guild and the Telvanian stuff in one playthrough. Yeah, I gotta play Oblivion too. I mean, I did play a chunk of Oblivion years ago. It's great. I mean, I really enjoyed it. There's a DLC where you go to the realm of Sheogorath, and that was so fun. I love that stuff. And then I played so much Skyrim back in the day, but my friend finally convinced me to play this game. And it's very interesting.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
But interesting that you started with Morrowind. Okay, lockbox. I do kind of want to find the escaped slave and help him out. Say fuck the plantation. Wow, yeah, Baldur's Gate 1. Cool. And I've heard of Neverwinter Nights too. Yeah, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 1, but I saw my friend playing it a little bit. It looks pretty cool, but definitely old. But yeah, I don't mind old games. I think it's interesting, and especially since I've played so many games that were inspired by Morrowind, so it's cool to experience it. And I don't know, it's just interesting to play a game with like kind of old school idiosyncrasies and stuff. I played Baldur's Gate 3 last year though. That was a blast. Yeah, I feel like Skyrim kind of dumbs it down and simplifies it in some way. I mean, I really like Skyrim, but it does have a, I don't know, like this world feels so much more creative, you know? Also, where's my guy? Khajiit. The locked box. Dude. What did the... Did he go run away with my lamp? I shouldn't give it to him. I bet that lamp was super valuable. The lamp. Jovira. Huh. Hey, Jobasha, because I was talking to Jobasha, the bookseller, the seller of rare books in Vivek. He gave me the translation for this lamp. I picked up this, like, mysterious, potentially magical lamp, and then I gave it to this guy to have repaired, and now he's gone. Oh, no. Well, since you're gone, I'll take your repair prongs. This is also really interesting to me. There's this level 150 locked box. I'm so interested in what's inside. I have a theory for how to get it. If I could somehow max out my locksmithing skill and then make a really good potion or something, or just like chug a bunch of intelligence potions, maybe I could get my skill up. Don't tell me how to get in, but that's a theory. Yeah, it can't be opened. Totally, yeah. I feel like Skyrim's not even a role-playing game. Like, there's not really many choices or decisions. And I don't know. I mean, I really like Skyrim. Don't get me wrong. It was like one of the first. I mean, it was the first open world game I played, and it was super cool at the time. But I think it still is. But it's, I don't know. I think in many ways stuff like this is a lot more interesting. I'll take the armor's hammer though. I kind of finally maybe repair some of my shit here. Nice. Repair prongs. Let's see if I can get a little bit of repairs there. Oh, they were limited. And there's a lamp. I don't think it's my lamp though, is it? Whoa. What? What? What in the world? Oh my god. I think that's the craziest thing I've seen in this game so far. I'm What? Um. Okay. Weaver the rat who floated down on a magic pillow. I'm so glad I touched the lamp. I was kind of like, oh, it's just an ordinary lamp, but okay. He says, "Go on through the door. My master is approaching." Who's your master? The lamp is yours, correct? And go on ahead. It's not my place to introduce her. Okay, I'm so excited. One second, I read what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, I'd kind of agree in the same way. Like, I used to love Skyrim, and I think it has gone down for me too. My friend has, he's even more passionate about Elder Scrolls than I am. I mean, I really like it too, but he's really into Skyrim, and he had the same thing where he kind of like fell out of love with Skyrim. But I think he kind of, I don't know. I think you just have to appreciate it for what it is. Like, it's not really necessarily a good role playing game, but it's still, it has its great stuff, you know. I mean, some of those quest lines are awesome, like the Dark Brotherhood and like the Daedric quests and such. But I get the love hate, you know. Yeah, yeah. And I feel like Bethesda games are not. They all got their quirks and flaws. But okay, well, I'm too excited for this. What is? This looked like a portal. I think this isn't like just a secret door. I'm pretty sure that he just opened a portal. Like, this is a Daedric. This is Daedric influence. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay, this is the wildest thing I've seen in this game so far. What in the world? Do I need to take the lantern? Let me try holding the lantern. Maybe I have to hold it. Okay, okay. Now that I have the lantern on, I can get in. Mephala! The Daedric Lord, Mephala. Black Hands, Mephala. Oh my god. Do not fear, child. You walk in my good graces. I am Mephala, and you have found my lamp. You will ask me, I shall hear. Okay, let's ask her about the lamp. It is you who have retrieved my lamp, and therefore earned my blessing. Anything you should desire within my immortal grasp, I will give to you. If you desire, you will have it. You need only ask it. Mephala. Call me web spinner. Pluck but a single thread, and the weave unravels. I am the Daedric prince, beloved to the mortals of this land called Morrowind. Yeah, you were the anticipation of Vivek. Your sphere of influence is over like secret murder, kind of like the dark network, like the Morag Tongue. What is my desire? You may make your request whenever you are ready. A request, a wish, whatever you want to call it, I will grant it. Okay, I can wish for knowledge over all things. I feel like I have to pick that. That's like my whole character, basically. It's like I seek the knowledge. I want to know the truth of the esoteric wisdom of the strange mythologies and religions of this world. But also power over men and murder does sound interesting. I wish for knowledge. Knowledge. How benign. You will have an intelligence beyond that of the wisest men. Now, down the well you go. Oh, I want to zoom in on her. She's got like a giant brooch or something. Oh, no, it's a spider. I think I've seen one random NPC on like around who had her this outfit. It's like I mean, she's the web spinner, I suppose. Wow, look at this. These waterfalls going different directions. It's wild. It's trippy. Floating lanterns. Oh man, so cool. Yeah, this does feel like an encounter with the divine here. Yeah, Neverwinter Nights, is it set in the Forgotten Realms? I've heard of it. I feel like it maybe is, but I might be wrong. Oh, she's the web spinner. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like silk flowing down. Yeah, yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah. That's even cooler. I think it's moving so fast. It looks like a waterfall, but yeah. Wow, okay. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, no, I'm open to it. I play a lot of different games, so I'll look into it, definitely. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. Knowledge. The library. This is my dream. I wonder how many books I haven't read in here. Dearest mortal, here I give you the wonderful world of knowledge, every book you'll ever need, and an eternity to fill your curious little intellect. Enjoy, my child. Now, what's the catch gonna be? I feel like the genie wishes always have a little catch, but also, oh god, every book I've probably read. If it has every book, I mean, I think I've read like basically every book I've come across. So yeah, I've read this one. KW. I was interested in this one. I found this book in there's a cult shrine underneath Vivek, and it was some Daedric prince who's like the Daedric prince of necromancers, and his enemy is Archay because Archay prevents bodies with like the proper burial rites from being resurrected. Arcana Restored. Have I read this? I think I did ages ago, but oh, cool! It's multiplayer. Wow, do they still run servers for those old games like that? I mean, I'm sure. I guess probably there people do make local servers, or not local servers, but what's the word when fans run their own servers for old games? I don't know. Form the First. Yeah, this is like an alchemical text on Arcana or something. Yeah, I have read this. I'm just gonna briefly skim it. Make sure thou hast with thee this excellent manual, so that you may speak the necessary words straight away and without error, so that thou not in carelessness cause thyself. Right. Of course you need this manual. Sounds like a way to sell your book. Yeah, I've played a bit of Divinity 2. I do want to play more of it, yeah. I don't know why I didn't continue. I just, for some reason, I stop. I usually finish games I play, but yeah, it was really fun. The elemental combat was nuts. Like, I remember setting a whole room on fire. It had fun stuff. You could, pour water everywhere and then electrify it. Like that stuff's interesting. I'm excited for the new Divinity game too. I mean, the trailer looked it was a brutal trailer, but it looked cool. Yeah. Which are to be learned most expeditiously and faultlessly from this manual and this manual alone, not those other vile manuals of these other wizards, whose bowels are consumed by envy of my great learning. Like, this isn't even a manual. This is just you're hyping up your own book. Dummy. No, I'm sure it's a good book. But okay. This book, Arcture, that's a crazy book. That's some deep lore stuff. Yeah. Feyfolk 1. I haven't read this one. By Wogan Yarth. He's been the author of a few other books, Wogan Yarth. The great sage was a tall and tidy man, bearded but bald. His library resembled him. All the books had been moved over the years to the bottom shelves where they gathered in dusty conglomerations. He used several of the books in his current lecture, explaining to his students, Taksim and Volgodak, how the Mages Guild had first been founded by Vanus Galerian. Yeah, I read about him too. He was a member of the Sigic Order, but he left and founded the Mages Guild. They had many questions about Galerian's beginnings in the Sigic Order and how the study of magic there differed from the Mages Guild. It was and is a very structured way of life, explained the great sage. Quite elitist, actually. That was the aspect of it Galerian most objected to. He wanted the study of magic to be free, yeah, right. Well, not free exactly, but at least available to all who could afford it. In doing that, he changed the course of life in Tamriel. He codified the praxes and rituals used by all modern potion makers, item makers, and spell makers, didn't he, great sage? Asked Vogelduck. Yeah, Neverwinter Nights. Yeah, I will check it out. Have you ever played a Planescape Torment? I've heard good stuff about that game. It's another old, what do you call these types of games, like CRPGs, maybe? Yeah, yeah, I've heard the story and like the decisions. You can have like philosophical debates in that game or something. Like that sounds sick. Oh wow, cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that one's on my list too sometime. That was only part of it. Magic, as we know it today, comes from Vanis Galerian. He restructured the schools to be understandable by the masses. He invented the tools of alchemy and enchanting so everyone could concoct whatever they want. He invented alchemy and enchanting. That's huge, enormous. So this guy's like the Da Vinci, like Leonardo da Vinci or like Benjamin Franklin or something, like inventing electricity of this place. Whatever their skills and purse had allowed them to without fears of magical backfire. Well, eventually he created that. What do you mean, great sage? Asked Haxon. The first tools were more automated than the one we could have today. Any layman could use them without the least understanding of enchantment and alchemy. Really? On the Isle of Artaeum, the students had to learn the skills laboriously and over many years, but Galerian decided that was another example of the Sigic's elitism. I totally agree. The tools he invented were like robotic master enchanters and alchemists, capable of creating anything the customer required, providing he could pay. Really, there's a Morrowind multiplayer mod. I'm not surprised, but interesting. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. So someone, for example, could create a world that could, so someone could, for example, create a sword that would cleave the world in twain. Asked Vongulak. I suppose in theory, but it would probably take all the gold in the world. Chuckled the great sage. No, I can't say we were ever in very great danger, but that it isn't to say that there weren't a few unfortunate incidents where an unschooled yokel invented something beyond his ken. Eventually, of course, Galerian tore apart his old tools and created what we use today. It's a little elitist, requiring that people know what they're doing before they do it, but remarkably practical. I mean, that makes sense. That people are just blowing themselves up with, like, enchantment. If it's too easy to make a bomb, like, maybe make it harder, you know? What did people invent? Asked Taxim. Are there any stories? You're trying to distract me so that I didn't test you, said the great sage. But I suppose I can tell you one story, just to illustrate a point. This particular tale takes place in the city of Alinor. That's the island down south, I think. No, I'm thinking of the. I think the island is a different name. I might be wrong, but on the west coast of the Somerset Island concerns a scribe named Thorban. This was in the Second Era, not long after Vanus Galerian had first founded the Mages Guild, and chapter houses had sprung up all over Somerset, though not yet spread to the mainland of Tamriel. Yeah, I've heard Pillars of Eternity too. Yeah, heard they're good. Yeah, there's a lot of games I want to play. So, but eventually I will get to some of those for sure. Because I've heard great things about Pillars of Eternity. And I think the Pathfinder is more of I didn't I guess it makes sense there'd be Pathfinder games. I know it's like another format of D&D that some people do. I had a friend who was playing a Pathfinder campaign. Seems cool. Kind of I like Forgotten Realms, but I find Forgotten Realms to be a bit of a hodgepodge. Like it's kind of they kind of just combine all the sort of fantasy tropes into one world, and there's like too much maybe going on in my I like it, but it's not. I don't know. It's not my favorite like setting. But which I think it works really well for D&D though, because it's so open-ended, and you can just kind of do anything. That was the one I love Baldur's Gate 3, but the one thing I didn't love about it was just the general setting. I wasn't like, this setting really immerses me because it's so unique compared to um, Forgotten Realms. But yeah, so it was a second era, right? So the early stage of the Maze Guild. For 5 years, this scribe, Tharbad, had conducted all of his correspondence to the outside world by way of his messenger boy, Gorgos. For the first year of his adoption of the hermit life, his few remaining friends and family of his dead wife, truth be told, had tried visiting. But even the most indefatigable kin gives up eventually when given no encouragement. No one had a good reason to keep in touch with Tharbad Hulzik, and in time very few even tried. His sister-in-law sent him the occasional letter with news of people he could barely remember, but even that communication was rare. Most of messages to and from his house dealt with his business, writing the weekly proclamation from the temple of Auriel. It's the elven equivalent of Akatosh, like the elven deity. These were bulletins nailed on the temple door, community news, sermons, that sort of thing. The first message Gorgos brought him that day was from his healer, reminding him of his appointment on Turdas. Tharbad took a while to write his response, glum and affirmative. He had the crimson plague, which he was being treated for at a considerable expense. You have to remember, these were the days before the School of Restoration had become quite so specialized. It was a dreadful disease and had taken away his voice box. That was why he only communicated by script. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I feel like everyone should be like learn to swim, learn how to cast restoration spells, It's like CPR training in this world. Like everyone should know how to do it. It'd be crazy if we had that in real life. The next message was from Alfiers, the secretary at the church, as curt and noxious as ever. Thourbad, attached is Sunday's sermon, next week's events calendar, and the obituaries. Try to liven them up a little. It wasn't happy with your last attempt. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense that they split, that they were one, because I know they're kind of both similar, sort of. They always kind of were in the same vein in my mind. Or Pathfinder is almost just an alternate to D&D. Cool. Have you played like actual D&D or Pathfinder ever? I haven't played Pathfinder, but I've done a lot of D&D. But I know some people who swear by it. So he's at the church, and yeah, okay. Well, he needs to do a better sermon. Okay. Tharbad had taken the job putting together the bulletin before Alpheus joined the temple, so his only mental image of her was purely theoretical and evolved over time. At first, he thought of Alpheus. I'm not sure what Alpheus are. As ugly, fat slodes covered with warts. More recently, she had mutated into a rail-thin spinster orcus. Oh, it's just a person. So that's someone's name. I see. I thought it was like a name for a group of people. Huh, a spinster orcus? A spinster, like she sews? Of course, it was possible his clairvoyance was accurate and she had just lost weight. Cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, playing those role playing games is a blast. Whatever Alfier's looked like, her attitude towards Tharbad was clear, unwavering disdain. She hated his sense of humor, always found the most minor of misspellings, and considered his structure and calligraphy the worst kind of amateur work. Luckily, working for a temple was the next most secure job to working for the good king of Alinor. It didn't bring in very much money, but his expenses were minimal. The truth was, he didn't need to do it anymore. He had quite a fortune stashed away, but he didn't have anything else to occupy his days. And the truth was further that having little else to occupy his time and thoughts, the bulletin was very important to him. Gorgos, having delivered all the messages, began to clean, and as he did, he told Tharbad all the news in town. The boy always did so, and Tharbad seldom paid him any attention, but this time he had an interesting report. The Mages Guild had come to Alinor. As Tharbad listened intently, Gorgos told him all about the guild, the remarkable Archmagister, and the incredible tools of alchemy and enchanting. Finally, when the lad had finished, Tharbad scribbled a quick note and handed it in a quill to Gorgos. The note read, "Have them enchant this quill." So they can so you can write his bulletin for him or something. "It will be expensive," said Gorgos. Tharbad gave Gorgos a sizable chunk of the thousands of gold pieces he had saved over the years and sent him out the door. Now Tharbad decided he would finally have the ability to impress Alfiers and bring glory to the Temple of Ariel. I guess just to write better. The way I've heard the story, Gorgos had thought about taking the gold and leaving Alinor, but he had come to care for poor old Tharbad. And even more, he hated Alfiers, who he had to see every day to get his messages for his master. It wasn't perhaps for the best of motivations, but Gorgos decided to go to the guild and get the quill enchanted. The Mages Guild was not then, especially not then, an elitist institution, as I have said before. But when the messenger boy came in and asked to use the item maker, he was greeted with some suspicion. When he showed the bag of gold, the attitude melted and he was ushered into the room. Now, I haven't seen one of the enchanting tools of old, so you must use your imagination. There was a large prism for the item to be bound with magicka, assuredly, and an assortment of soul gems and globes of trapped energies. Interesting. Other than that, I cannot be certain how it looked or how it worked. Because of all the gold he gave to the guild, Gorgos could infuse the quill with the highest priced soul available, which was something Daedric called Feyfoken. Feyfoken? Huh. I haven't heard of the Feyfolk really, but the initiate at the guild, being ignorant as most guild members were at the time, did not know very much about the spirit except that it was filled with energy. Well, maybe know about the energy sources you're using. Seems like a dangerous thing to do. Just, this energy source, it's some powerful spirit force. Let's use it. What could go wrong? When Gorgos left the room, the quill had been enchanted to its very limit and then some. It was virtually quivering with power. Of course, when Thorbad used it, that's when it became clear how over his head he was. "And now," said the great sage, "it's time for your test." "But what happened? What were the quill's powers?" cried Texan. "You can't stop the tale there," objected Vonguldak. "We will continue the tale after your conjuration test, provided you both perform exceptionally well," said the great sage. "Oh, you don't even get to know what it did? I guess that's Feyfoken 1. There's probably Feyfoken 2. This was nice. I like this poem. Two souls bound in faith. Yours is the spirit, gotta have it. Yeah, I've read all these. The whole Poison Song. I'm not gonna read the Poison Song 6 and 7. I could, but there's a lot of books in here, and I'm sure I'll find these in the world because those good guys drop it. I haven't read 6 and 7 though. But if this is a whole library, oh god, there might be a lot of books I haven't read. So, I mean, I don't know. I've read Words and Philosophy. Yeah, I've read this one. It's been a while. Oh yeah, this is about that like really great mercenary and her advice on um, fighting with the sword or like fighting styles or something. The legendary Scourge. Malsca's Scourge. This is like a Daedric weapon that is meant to kill other Daedra? Scourge now hangs within the armory of Battlespire, ready to take up in the name of the Emperor against the Daedric lords. Yeah. It's forged from sacred ebony in the fountains of Fickledire. Now see to thy safety henceforth, and stick to thy parts and thy pride, or this mallet of mine, Malakath's Scourge, will meet with thine ear of a surety. For quick as I can cry equality, though 8 arms thou couldst boast of, such bumps thou shalt comb on thy brain pan, thou that breakest the house of the dead. Yeah, Vivek and Mephala. Yeah, Mephala put me here. It's the anticipation of Vivek. There's that little whisker fellow. I love the Dance and Fire. I think this is my favorite book series so far. There ain't that much knowledge here. I've read it all, can I say? Ring of Long Hands. Okay, I'll take that. Telekinesis. Sure, takes bread. Comberry. Yeah, it's Magica regen. It's kind of useful. I like this library, though. It's very nice. Yeah, okay. A lot of copies here. Book 12. Yeah, this is the final one. I love the ending here. So this is at the end of the second era as the age turns to the third era. In the smoky catacombs beneath the city where Sothasil of the Tribunal forged the future with his arcane clockwork apparatus, his event synthesizer. Something unforeseen happens. An oily bubble seeped from a long trusted gear and popped. Immediately the wizard's attention was drawn to it, into the chain that tiny action triggered. A pipe shifted half an inch to the left. A tread skipped. A coil rewound itself and began spinning in a counter direction. A piston that had been thrusting left, right for millennia suddenly began shifting right, left. Nothing broke, but everything changed. It cannot be fixed now, said the sorcerer quietly. He looked up through a crick in the ceiling into the night sky. It was midnight. The second era, the age of chaos, had begun. And in one of the 36 sermons, there was an interesting phrase that said that Sotha Sil is the mouthpiece for a machine. And they always talk about how he operates in his clockwork city. So it's like you wonder if this whole machine is just Sotha Sil is just like he's just a machine. He's the wizard, but he's also deeply connected with this machine he has. Yeah, I was just reading about this one earlier today, the Treasurewood Sword. Sermon 21. Yeah, the spokes, right, of the wheel. The whirling priests. Yeah, when I get all these, I'm going to read them in order. So the 8 gift limbs of Sithithit. So Sithith is another name for Padome, the change aspect of creation, the dark aspect of creation. Represents like change and chaos. At the lent bones of the age are the 8 gift limbs to Sithithit. But I'm sure if Sithithit is different. Outside them is the Aerbis, which is like the gray in-between realm between order and chaos, kind of. Or like space, basically. So the circle is the Aerbis. The circle is the space in the wheel. The spokes are the Aedra. And the spaces between the spokes are the Daedra. Yeah, the space between the giftlands, number 16. The signal shapes of the demon princedoms, the Daedra. Because there's 16 Daedra princes. And then if you're looking at a wheel, but if you turn it sideways, now the wheel, like the wheel's here, we're looking at it like from a sideways perspective, it could be a tower beneath it. And all you see is a tower which our ancestors made idols from. I wonder, I mean, they do talk about the ash, I mean, the ash idols are show up a lot, but I feel like the ash idols are a Dagothar thing, not a tribunal. Not related to the tribunal. All you see is the begotten whole second serpent. Second serpent. I had a theory about that before, but I don't remember. Womb ready for the right reaching exact without enchantment. The heart of the second serpent holds the secret triangular gate. Yeah, okay. I feel like I need the whole series. Cheddar the Rat Warrior. Okay, I haven't read that one. I'll read that. So let's see if there's any more. Hello, Weaver. Feyfolken 1. Not Feyfolken 2, though. What's up? You asked for knowledge, and I don't think you're going to get a better place than this. This is a library filled with just about every book ever written, replenished by Master whenever you run out. Sure, you're here for eternity, but what's the problem with that? There's worlds of adventure in the books right here. Oh, look, they even have Jatter the Rat Warrior, Volume 7. Hey, I want to read it. Okay, we can read it together. I'll read it aloud to you, Whiskers. The Adventures of Jatter the Rat Warrior, Volume 7. The Dream Tower, by Arnamus Relin. Whiskers is so locked in. He's so excited. The rain beat heavily against the black tower as Jatter ascended its craggy, crooked ebony steps. A roar of thunder rattled the tower's windows, jumbling the platform from which Jatter stood and nearly shaking him off. Oh no, Jatter, he's gonna fall. Watch out, Whiskers. Yet he held tight and marched forward despite the bitter wind and rain. Jatter hadn't eaten in days, and even the cheese crumbles Forkwin had secretly stowed in his pockets had all been found out and diminished by now. No, not his cheese crumbles. Jatter continued climbing upward, one raw paw at a time. He refused to dwell on how hungry and tired his body had become, and as he was focused on not slipping on the narrow, uneven, wet steps. One miscalculation here would mean certain death. It had already been 3 days of endless climbing, and at this height you could no longer see even the ground. He came over a flat ridge, and from here you could see in the distance the top of the tower, with its purple circular entrance protected by 3 menacing gates. It was at that moment he decided to have one final rest. There was no telling of what he could expect of enemies once he got inside. Jatter curled up in a little corner protected from the wind and rain by one of the many misplaced black ebony steps protruding from overhead. It was in this little makeshift cave he was able to dry out his fur, and if for only a moment, rest. No longer able to fight it, Jatter soon fell into a deep, deep sleep. Fetch me my cup, scoured the gaunt, vicious queen. A sickly rat rushed away to fetch it. Oh no, the rats, they're being, like, enslaved. Your Honor, she said, tell me honestly how it is that the 7 kingdoms who swore their allegiance to me would attempt to raise their swords against my armies that outnumber them. Do they not fear me? Do they not remember the example I left them of the underling kings who tried to do the same? It is simply the course of bad pupils to follow with bad action. Some people cannot be changed. Then my action is easier, as it will be viciously clear. In the morning my armies will burn their cities to the ground, and none will be spared. Farhaven, Huntis, Orkneum, Venu Actinamal, and the Dawn Vein will be brought down to rubble. And with that rubble I will build my new tower, a tower larger and more wicked than this one, so that from the east lands to the west lands, and sunset to north dress, No living creature shall see the sky and not to see my creation, and think of me, their queen, as mightiest in the world. It will be the lighthouse that sends darkness screaming into the day, and my dreams a message into the evening. It will be the symbol of this empire. But, Queen, I did hear you mention the capital of Venus, the home to the Ratlands. Will you not destroy them also? The Queen leaned precariously in her chair, silent for a moment, and as her fingers tips met in a chiding pose, with one methodical glance she said, For the rats, I have a different plan. Jatter woke in a green, sunny field. The sky was clear and bright, with white clouds overhead. It looked as if it was the field near Ravon, the quaint and quiet town Jatter grew up in. All that seemed a distant dream now, a place from fantasy, not the real world that a rat like Jatter had come to know. Wow, what a long journey. I feel like this is like the Lord of the Rings here. This is Shire, he's so much, yeah. It's like Sam climbing up that tower to save Frodo. He walked, and yet he saw no one. There were no horkers, giants, or monsters, no townsfolk, town, or roadway, no soldiers or armies, no wizards or witches, no pirates, no mermaids, just a hilly green after hilly green surrounded by a spacious woods. Suddenly he heard something not far off in the distance. He followed the scurrying, the rustling of bushes that seemed to come from the edge of the woods. On four legs he glided through the air, up and down, skipping towards the forest. He felt as light as a feather, as strong as he can be. He then met at the edge of the woods and paused. Jatter peered deeply. He nearly didn't make it out of the last forest he'd gone in, but seeing as this one was spacious and the sunlight could penetrate its leafy roofs, he ventured in. It was silent as could be. The only sounds were those of Jatter stepping, crushing twigs and crunching leaves beneath his paws. The sunlight did shine through, and rays of light pierced the treetops' thickness. The woods went on for some time. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a great large deer leapt over and past Jatter. Here was the first thing he'd seen in this place. Jatter ran after it. Wait, he yelled as best he could while sprinting in its direction. Who are you? Where am I? There was no response. Jatter did his best to keep up with the deer, not letting it out of his sight, but soon enough he could follow no longer. The woods had become deeper, and without him even realizing it, far darker than he was comfortable with. Which direction did I come from? He thought. Every angle looked the same, each tree identical to the next. There was no telling where to go, and now it looked as if whoopsies. Now it looked as if the deer had all but vanished into the thick woods. He stood there a while. To his left were trees, to his right more trees. Behind, above, next to, over and under, everywhere was all trees, leaves, and thick stones, and a brush of light and shadow. He then saw a stone rise from the ground, not much larger than a wheel of cheese. He's having a mirage. It's cheese. Go eat it, Jatter. You need your cheese crumbles. Jatter approached the hovering stone, and as he stretched out his paw to touch it, it began to glow bright hot. It started to spin until Jatter snatched it from its place in the air. It cooled immediately and read, Find Hallam of Arquin. In the city he lies where dreamers do. He touched the rock, and that's what it said? It's like a sending stone or something? Jatter thought a moment. It was strange. He knew the name somehow, though of this place he'd never been. Suddenly, the forest trees began collapsing all around him. Trunk after trunk fell, making a horrible thunderous sound as it hit the floor. Jatter leapt from place to place, but felt an unusual heaviness. It was then that he woke up, still atop the ebony tower, wet and cold amidst a storm of storms, yet now surrounded by the Queen's guard. Oh gosh, what a cliffhanger. Whiskers, what's he gonna do? How's he gonna escape? So he had like a prophetic dream. Huh. If you like the story, be sure to read the rest of the series. To order more books or request a free catalog, you can mail the publisher at 1002 Elven Gardens District, Imperial City, King and Queen Publishing House. So you got book one, Over the Hill and Into the Ground. Okay. over the hill and over the hill to grandmother's house we go. That's like a folk song, I think. We got the rat, the witch in the closet, Jatter and the Sea People. That's another Jatter and the Sea People. There's another real book that's something in the Sea People. The Dark Forest. I wonder if that's a Dark Tower reference. Could be. Jatter meets the Riddle King. Okay, maybe they're not references. So I don't know that one. The Witch's Warning. Jatter and the Dream Tower. And then the Golden City. Final book. That's a banger book, Weaver. We gotta get the rest of the series. We gotta collect them. He's like my favorite character. Second only to Creeper. Creeper is pretty. It's pretty great too. Hello, Weaver. Here we go. Weaver and Lucian reading together. Oh my god. You're still. I just read it to you. We're good. I'm a servant. She's my master. We get along well, actually. I do her bidding for me, get my paws dirty, that sort of thing. To satisfy her insatiable appetite for knowledge, it appears Mephala created some kind of endless library to spend the remainder of her days in learning, reading, learning. You ever read A Brief History of the Empire? What a title. Longest, most boring thing I've ever read. Well, anyway, now you can read it. I did. I've read every book in this room. Is that crazy? Maybe. I guess not the Poison Song, but I'm not gonna read the Poison Song now because they drop the assassins that come after you. They always drop them. It's a cool space though. Like these arches and groinings, kind of the Daedric bookshelves. Okay, what else do we got? Are we actually stuck here forever? Is this the end of the journey? Oh, there's more. Oh god. Oh lordy. Oh no, there's many books. Okay, I may not read all of these. I haven't read those either. Oh god. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. I'm getting intimidated. It's too many books. When Towers Fall. That's probably... No, okay, there's a way out. We'll see, we'll see. I could keep reading, but I could be... could be a lot of reading. And I do want to... I could still find these books in the world. Like, it's not like I won't stumble upon them. You know what I'll take it. I'll take the books that I haven't read yet. I've read most of this mystery. Yeah, it's the mystery of the princess who lost her memory. So there were a princess and her friend, and they looked really similar to each other. They both lost their memory, and it was thought that the real princess was killed, but she actually was lived as like a courtesan in another country for most of her life, and then the actual princess was installed. It was like a whole conspiracy for power, and like the conspirator installed his own daughter, the friend, as the princess, but in reality it was actually the real princess, the princess who should have been there. But since they both lost their memory, she forgot that she was actually the princess and just assumed she was this guy's daughter. But I haven't read all of them, but maybe I'll take two. Yeah, I've read that one. Part 4. Haven't read that one either. Okay. one. Read that. Yeah, I definitely haven't read those two. Yeah, this is I'm kind of interested in. Children of the Sky. When towers fall, then you will see. When towers rise, you'll have the key. I feel like that's a puzzle. I'm just gonna take a picture of that in case that's. I mean, it's probably just related to the place I'm in now. So when towers fall, you will see. When towers rise, you'll have the key. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So if I go up here, okay, it's definitely a puzzle. Can I turn the gears? Um, when towers fall, when towers rise, I mean, these are the towers. Um, I hear fire. I wonder if that's related at all. Just out of pure curiosity, I'm just going to cast a levitation spell. I don't think it'll help me solve this, but let's get a better look at what's going on. Levitation magic does not work in here. Mafala. Damn, dirty trick. But I could kind of just climb the wall anyways. Glitchily there. Okay. Um. Do I have to take the book? Towers fall, you'll have the key. Okay. Stuck you for eternity. So we got these 3 colored redware candles. Aha! Ring of Long Hands. Telekinesis. Wonder if that's a hint. I'm supposed to use the telekinesis to move the gears, maybe? I mean, I haven't used a telekinesis spell before, but that would be my guess. Let me just get some magicka back. Oh, I can level up too. I kind of forgot about that. Awesome. 96 strength. Sick. Some speed and personality. It's the most amazing thing. Yesterday it was hard, and today it's easy. Just a good night's sleep, and yesterday's mysteries are today's masteries. So true. Good advice for your life. Get a good night's sleep, then it'll be easy. Yay. Level 13. Wow, I feel like I'm making so much progress. It's crazy. Only 80 hours in, I think. At level 13. I go slow. I go slow. Okay. Let's try the telekinesis. I feel like that might be it, considering there were 2 rings of telekinesis in here. Like that feels like the game's telling me to use telekinesis. Long hands. So, what did it say again? When towers fall, you will see. I think when towers fall, you have the key. Read over that. No, when towers fall, you will see. When towers rise, you'll have the key. So let's make them. Let's get the key first, maybe. How does this work? Thing is, I don't know how telekinesis works. Telekinesis 25 feet for 5 seconds on health. Um, I feel like I'm jumping pretty high. Um, hmm. Does that make it so I can, without telekinesis? They don't have it anymore. Hmm. I feel like it's gotta be involved with something in there. Let me try sleeping once more. Hopefully I won't run out of food. Don't be sad. Rat, do you have anything more to say? Well, I did read the briefest history of the Empire. It was, I suppose you could call it. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it's boring. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's good background knowledge. Yo, the catch is clearly, yeah, you can't leave. uh, there's this eye here. Is it on both sides? No. Oh, that's the tower in there. And the tower rises, you can see. I wish I understood how the telekinesis works. It lets you interact with things from a distance. Huh, yeah, okay, how would that be helpful? I'm trying to think. How would interacting with something at a distance be helpful? Okay, the lights. Maybe activating the lights turns the gears on. Oh, oh, look at that. Ah, okay. Created some invisible walls. Let's try turning off. Try turning off one of them, just that one maybe. And then will that make this wall be open? Left wall? Yes. Okay. Okay, interesting. So I have to keep that one off. Now what if I turn that one off? Does anything change? wonder if I can interact with the torches somehow through the wall with telekinesis. Maybe not. That's kind of crazy. I'm just trying to see if the reason I'm trying to jump is because oh, okay. It's kind of interesting. I don't think that's helpful, but hmm. Unless the wall's fake, and they just need to all be on. Let me just go really fast. Oh, I do. I need to go fast. Okay. I see, and that's why you use the telekinesis. There it is. So check this out. Just turn one off. Yep, they're going back up. See, I got some time here. I'll go. Go. Oh. Come on. No. Damn. Okay. How do I go faster? Oh, look, there's even more going on in there. Okay, what's back here? All troubles and all our pain were locked away in a room again. And if they only knew the way, they'd laugh themselves and simply play. But in the way that mortals do, with fear, envy, and greed, the folly of the wicked, to more folly does it lead. If folly is your stumbling block, but you're keen to make a wish, go back to where you found yourself. Find yourself within, and in the way those mortals do, play the game indeed. Wish of the hopeful. To more folly does it lead. Gift giver's pride. Look at that mask up there. It looks sick. Yeah, read that. Okay. Huh. So how am I gonna get down here faster? That's my question. Damn, not quick enough. Do I have a fortify speed? I don't think I do, unless I have a potion. I feel like it's a puzzle. It's not gonna just be. There must be some way to make it go faster. Yeah, they do all need to be on. Huh. When towers fall, you'll see Towers rise, you'll have a key. Unless it's not that. So when towers fall, I'll see. So are these the towers? When they're falling, I can see. Is this the key? 2920, the Evening Star? The book behind there? Could be. That'd be kind of an interesting puzzle. There you go. Take it. Accept my offering. It's an idea. Oh, I wish I could make these gears turn. Just don't want to turn, do they? Oops. Well, I just have to be faster. It could just be that. I'm wearing heavy armor. I'm scared that I take off my armor. I think I will go faster. Probably, yeah, I suppose. I'm over encumbered though. Yeah, I'm going faster for sure. Oh god, okay. It wasn't even on. That was bad. That's bad. Okay. No, no, no. Come back. Oh, so close. This feels so doable, but I gotta drink. Parched. What if I run out of water in here, man? I made a save, so that would be okay. It's okay. You will see. Does the book itself have a hint? I feel like it probably doesn't. Right. Emperor and his potentate. And he has the potentate duel. Or yeah, the Emperor has a son duel, the potentate's son. Yeah, and then the Sidusai takes over. Evening Star 2920. Set a clue somehow. Go back to where you found yourself and find yourself within. Gift giver's pride. Huh. Well, what if the walls are going down? What if it opens something back here? There's a thought. No. Hey, it was a thought. It was a thought. When the towers rise, you have the key. Apparently now I have the key. I don't get that. Fake wall? No. Oh my god, okay. Don't get stuck in there. That would help. No, so close. I feel like I'm like losing time a little bit. Hello, it's me, Azla. Oh, you're a bot. Never mind. Talking to a clanker. The bot had a whole conversation with itself. Amazing. I don't know. I partly feel like this isn't the right way to do this, but it's so close though. It's like, God, it feels right. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. Let me go rest, just in case I fuck it up. A redware pot. Huh. Look at that. There's behind the bed. It's a secret passageway. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I think I get it. You noir. I may be a noir, but I think I just freaking solved this puzzle. Potentially. I'm doing super well. It's me, Isla. If you're not a bot. Oh, you're not a bot. Okay. I wasn't looking. I was trying to solve this puzzle, but it's going fantastically. I think I figured it out here, though. Maybe. I have to set the date to the date of this book. But I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. It's because I honestly I haven't been streaming that long, and oftentimes I do genuinely just get bots who will like have an automated conversation, you know. But okay, what was the book called? Yeah, Evening Star, 2920 Evening Star. So maybe if I well, maybe not. I was thinking if I slept till that date, that would be the key, and this bookcase would open up. I can get over there. Also, I don't want any answer. Oh, really? Yeah, I could just try switching my mic. Sometimes this mic kind of sucks. How about this? Is this any better? Can you hear me? Wait, let me test and see if I can hear myself. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I gotta get a new mic. That was not very good. Uh, okay, I'm gonna try this theory one more time here. So the first, I don't know if it makes sense though, actually. I was thinking I could sleep until it was the evening star. Let me just save before I do that because I don't want to starve. So maybe if I sleep for 24 hours. It's 2 p.m. right now. It's the same time. No, it's now the 8th. So time is progressing. Really?
Really?
Well,
Really?
then I'm hearing it. It sounds okay.
Really? I'm hearing it. It sounds okay.
Well, now there's the echoing
Well,
demon,
now there's the echo.
but that's just because I'm listening to myself. I don't know. I'll get a new mic sometime. It's not a huge deal. I was thinking I could turn off that candle. Redware pot. Yeah, I don't. That is too bad. I don't really know what to do about it right now, but for a second, I think it might have just been because I was listening to myself, so it had a doubled the voice. Okay. So apparently, when the towers fall, I'll have the key, which makes me feel like this book is the key. There's also this book here. And what did this say? Return to where you started. San Diego, cool. I'm in like upper Midwest kind of area. So all his trouble and all her pain were locked away in a room again. If they only knew the way, they'd laugh themselves and simply play. But in the way that mortals do, with fear, envy, and greed, the folly of the wicked to more folly does it lead. If folly is your stumbling block, but you're keen to make a wish, go back to where you found yourself and find yourself within. And in the way those mortals do who play my game, the wishes of the hopeful, to more folly does it lead. So yeah, it's just something to go back to the start. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, isn't it a cool looking game? I'm stuck in a. I made a wish in a genie's lamp, and so I'm basically like stuck in like a demon lord's chamber here until I figure out how to get out of here. I can tell, I can see that doorway behind this bed. I feel like I found myself here in the bed. I woke up. Whiskers was there. But sleeping doesn't seem to do anything. How much water do I have? I've got plenty of water. I don't need to worry about dying of thirst, hopefully. Welcome back, Brooklyn. All good, all good. I'm puzzling my way out of this library here. No, I'm not a full-time. I work. I just do it for fun. I actually just started streaming. Um, hmm. Okay. So look around maybe for potentially more clues. But I feel like I have everything I need. I just need to figure out how to execute it here. Hmm. I can't cast levitate. I wish I had a teleport to your mouse spell, that would work. Weaver. Give me a hint here. But not chat. I don't want an actual hint. So are these doors? No, they are not fake. Not fake. Okay. Hmm. Trap. Yeah, I don't think that'll have a clue in it. The children of the sky. So when towers fall, then you will see. When towers rise, you'll have the key. Yeah, I play tons of the games. I am mostly streaming this game, but yes, I play a huge variety. Not very like specific with the types of games I play. I like kind of weird, interesting games, kind of unique games, I'd say. Still reading Jad of the Rat Warrior there. Yeah. Huh. Okay. For maximum speed. There we go. I'm down to my undies. I'm gonna cast telekinesis. Wait, I gotta, yeah, right. So I'm thinking I just need to get beyond the door with all three lights on. Like that was my thought. Why they give you telekinesis? Like why would they give you these telekinesis rings? So that's the furthest point right here. No, too slow. But it's so fast. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not interested in the artwork. Yeah, I knew it was a some sort of bot. Okay, there we go. Go, 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 go. That felt pretty fast. Oh, oh God, so close. Unless maybe I can do it from further away. That could be the only saving grace if I could do it from here. Huh. No, that's way too slow. Uh, damn, shit's tricky. If I could like put a barrel here, I could jump through the hoop. I don't think you can move barrels. If I Could I jump on my bedroll? No. I feel like there's gotta be an actual puzzle to this. Let me try going in the gear room one more time, even though I swear I tried everything. I can't turn those gears. Hmm. Yeah, because you can't interact with the gears. See more of what's going on in there. What did they call this? Just to the endless library. Okay. So 1, 2. So I see because they have like shorter, highest, middle, tallest, middle, lowest. Does that mean anything? It's funny, you can just climb up here. Uh, what if can I go through the walls or anything? Huh. Because the telekinesis could also just be for reading these through the walls. What's that? Can I interact with the face over there? No. The folly of the wicked, the more to more folly does it lead. This feels like you're telling me like you're a fool and your foolishness will lead you to more foolishness. Hmm. Go back to where you found yourself and find yourself within. Find yourself within. I found myself here. How do I find myself within a bed? Evening star. So it's the first of sun's dusk. Now it's the 8th of sun's dusk. 6th of sun's dusk. 8th of sun's dusk. Okay. Hmm. 'Too thirsty. Okay. I feel like I can't rest too hard or I'm gonna starve. Or not starve, but I mean I will starve. And I will be dehydrated. Hmm. I wonder if I have scroll. I do have a lot of scrolls. That's true. I could also try making a fortified speed potion. That's another idea. Fortify Acro, I could try it. I could use the scroll of Icarian flight. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? I don't know if that'll help me go faster. Okay. Why not try it, you know? No reason not to try it. $29.20 Evening Star. Hmm. Okay, oh God. Oh, yes! Oh, okay, okay. That worked. Yes! I'll take it. I have no idea if that was the optimal solution, but oh my God, I can't believe that worked. Hell yeah. Okay. So we got the left lever and the right lever. So what is this doing? So I can turn it right. And keep turning it right. Oh, it's something. When towers fall. I feel that keeps basing on what the mystery is. That when towers fall, then you will see. Just keep turning it right. Let's make the towers fall. Oh, too far. I turn it left. I mean, I wonder if there's a pattern of what I have to do here. Like, okay. Now I have to turn it left. Yes. Okay. I'm kind of confused what the logic is behind this. It's like, oh, didn't like that. So it's right first because two, three. So that's turning the gears left. I wonder if it's height based. Left. Right. Now keep going right? No. Whoa, it killed me. I was fucking with it too much. This dungeon is awesome, man. I love this. This is my favorite part of this game so far. A puzzle dungeon, man? This is like my shit. Oh my god. So unexpected. I'm glad I did this lamp quest. I should try to understand this. I feel like I don't quite get it. Like it's turning. Okay, I turn it right. Why does that one go down first, though? Twice, and then I go left. Then right. Then left, I suppose. Then right? No, then left, okay. But why? Doesn't go in order of height. Like that was just a random ass one. So then I go left, then left again. Oh, Helm of the Unseen. Constant effect. Blind 20% on self? Okay. Okay. So it makes me not see very well. Epic. It looks kind of fun though, I like it. Like a funky futuristic beetle mask. Ah, nice hearth. It's funny, you can still do the Hearthfire mod. So when towers fall, you will see? I feel like I just made the towers fall, right? When towers rise, you'll have the key. I can't pull the levers anymore. Well, look at that. There's a way out. A door. That's locked. Can I cast on Jesse's open door in it? Yes. I didn't expect that to work. I don't know why. I didn't. Sure. I don't know if I'm solving this puzzle dungeon correctly. Um, how do I get out of here though? Hmm. I guess I can try to snipe that. Um, does this do anything else or something? I could try to snipe the candle. Helm of the Unseen. Constant effect. Blind 20% of self. Great. Okay. So useful. Okay. Okay. So now I am unseen. Oh wait, but I wanna load that again. I was just there, right? Yeah. I wanna look at the mask. I forgot about the mask. I feel like that could be important, and it's also very cool looking. I did not understand that gear puzzle whatsoever, I'm gonna be honest with you. Amulet of Speed. Oh, I was supposed to grab the Amulet of Speed. I get it. Okay, that makes sense. I totally got it. I think I tried. I aimed my cursor at the face, but I didn't aim it at the amulet. Vortex speed 100 points for 5 seconds. Okay, I like it. I like it. So that's how you're supposed to get in there. That makes sense. Well, that's just awesome to have. But I had the scroll of Icarian flight, so that worked too. I was happy with that solution. That was awesome. Oh man. Uh. Oh, and look at that. Good to go. Can I light the candle? Does that do anything? Any changes? Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sad when this is over. It's probably over now, in all honesty, but maybe not. Maybe it keeps going. It's like playing Mist or something. It's cool. Let's light it. Why not? Oh, well, I've gone outside the border. Look at this. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm gonna put my armor back on. The borderline here. Oh, no, I think I'll keep the helmet of the unseen on. What? Oh, whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Whoa. So it's a helmet that reveals the secret passages. Ah, I get it, I get it. Interesting. Okay. But was there anything more over here? Like a secret passageway? No. It's just like this is a lot some Lana stuff. Oh, yeah, okay, okay. It's giving me that feeling, the feeling of crazy puzzles. Probably my favorite games ever are these like crazy out there puzzle games that are just total loony moon logic, like kind of stuff like this, sort of, but like whole games worth of it. Yeah. Super cool. Okay, interesting. So I take it off and then I'm just in a hallway? I kind of did that on accident, but interesting. I just want to see what happens if I keep the helmet on and go in here. Can I even go in here? I can. Where am I now? You chill? No. Ow. But what if I... Oh, look at that. So, okay, there's different passages. I'll do this passage first. Ow. Oh god. Chill. There's two of them. Come on. There we go. Come at me. This is a wild, it's a wacky dungeon. Okay, wait, before I get too lost in the sauce here. Let's put the helmet back on for a second. Because this is what you start with. Oh shit. I don't even know how to get back. Whole hall of mirrors here going on. Welcome back, Brooklyn. I'm having a blast. This is the best part of the game so far. Do you remember this bit? This puzzle dungeon with the after Mephala takes you to the library. Okay. Clearly my axe doesn't like this guy. So. Oh, all good. Wait, what kind of notes? Just general, just you're taking notes, doing some writing? I think that stuff's fun. This place is huge. Oh my god, what a maze. And it all will change when I take off this helmet. Game notes. Oh, for Morrowind, yeah. Cool. That you make, yeah, I also take notes. That's the way to play games, I think. Especially games like this. Or like puzzle games and stuff. It's my favorite things to do. Okay, well. So I could go upstairs. I feel like I've... So these are kind of just looping. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I feel like I haven't played enough Oblivion to know whether it's balanced or not, but I feel like Morrowind's pretty balanced. I mean, I have heard if you know what you're doing, you can totally break Morrowind, which I don't think that's a bad thing, though. I think that's kind of fun. It rewards game knowledge. But so far, Morrowind feels very balanced, excellently balanced so far. And I like how the enemies don't scale either, really. I don't think they do. Okay, I'm taking off the helmet. I want to see what's going on in the... Whoa. Okay, just walk through the wall, sure. I have no idea. I think it is a side quest. I just there was a lamp. So there's this tiny little like an inn kind of, and at the bottom of the inn was this little antique trinket store called the Locked Box, and there was this guy peddling a lamp. So I did some research on it, translated some text, and then Mephala abducted me and put me here. I mean, maybe it is linked into a main quest, but if I don't know, I'm not doing it in that order if that's the way. Like I just found it randomly. Okay. Through the wall. But it's okay, I'm back where I started. So maybe I bet I need to go to that. There was a when I was looking around before, there was like a corridor that had one of the eyes of Horus, and like a tapestry of the Eye of Horus hanging on it. Maybe that's where I need to go. Put the helmet back on. Does that change anything immediately here? Not on the screen. Oh, it's really cool. I'd recommend it. I mean, maybe even I don't want to spoil it. I guess I But even maybe recommend not watching it if you're super interested. But because so far it's my favorite part of the game. It's really interesting. It was just unexpected, I would say. Okay, so I think I've gone that way. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I get the feeling this got the tapestry on it. Maybe now if I put on Helmet of the Unseen. No, if I take it off. No, okay. What about this one? No. Whoa. Okay. So that changes. What about over here? Nothing. This is, I'll go in here. Why not? The whole secret passageway. Right, so with the mask on, that's a corridor. No, it's not. Yeah, that's my because I think Oblivion doesn't Oblivion have the sort of leveling where the enemies level up with you, whereas Morrowind, the enemies are just they have their like they don't change, which I like that personally. And I even installed a couple slight balance mods that just made certain enemies stronger because I kind of tend to do long playthroughs, so I didn't want to totally over level. Um, like I think I increased the difficulty of the DLCs or something. I tend to prefer that because then you feel yourself getting stronger too. Like you go back to old areas and you destroy enemies that used to be hard for you. I think it's kind of lame when the enemies just level up with you, but I mean it's okay. It's not like the worst, and I guess it keeps like areas interesting in a sense. But I feel like this is where it came from though. I'm just gonna double check, make sure this is where it came from. I think it is, but then if I take off the mask up here. Right. Oh God, this is confusing. It's a total maze. I gotta get out the pen and paper and start mapping this out. I'm gonna search a bit more around, but I honestly might have to do that. Hmm. Wait, I thought I saw. No. Okay. What about over here? Nope. Okay. So this path and this path. Essentially, more on his balance because it's yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That was exactly what I was just saying. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I haven't felt that way. Like, I don't think I have I've certainly not gotten +5 on all my levels. There have been, like, last level I did, but a lot of my levels oh well, I haven't made the perfect optimal build, but, like, that's okay. I don't know. Not really. It hasn't felt like I'm falling behind, really. I know Oblivion also has a kind of a funky level ups. I mean, it's the same where like you use the skill to level it up, which I sort of enjoy. I kind of always kind of like that system, even though it's a little silly because it just incentivizes, just go jump around everywhere to level up your acrobatics. But it's kind of fun. It's in the same vein. I mean, in a certain way. Okay, nothing over there. I just want to see where all these passages are before I start taking them. So that leads there, and then if I go back here. These are... Yep, okay. Can I turn off the candles? That's still important. No. And this is where I was looking. So I haven't been here. Honestly, oh, I'm back here. Uh, oh, interesting. Okay. So there's a secret entrance here. So that was why the door appeared. I was wondering. The door down here appeared because I picked out the mask. Man, that's a cool puzzle. This is super cool. Um, now I kind of want to go back out and see what I can do over there, but yeah, how about this? How about I just go back out just briefly. I might come back here though. That's a nice song. Because I want to see if... I mean, I don't think anything changed because I didn't have the helmet on. I did look around and there wasn't any changes from having the helmet. Hmm. These eyes are intriguing too. For some reason, I feel like they'll have meaning. It's for some reason that book is related. The one over there. Maybe related. It's off now. I swear I turned it on. Oh, that'd be why. Okay, because it disappears. What about back here? Over here. So without the mask, let's try without the mask. I think... Oh, that's what this is saying. I get it. I think I get the puzzle. It's just a maze. It goes on forever, and then you end up back where you started. But then you're supposed to read this. Go back to where you found yourself and find yourself within. So yeah, I'm supposed to go back. That's what this is saying. I'm supposed to go back here, just normal, without the helmet of the unseen. And now this is probably going to be the path forward, which I saw the first time, but I was just thinking I wanted to explore the other path first. But I'll bet this is the right way now. I mean, maybe. I might be wrong, but that'd be the guess. So that leads that way. Okay. That's a path I could go. Oh, interesting. So the monsters get... So in Oblivion, you could theoretically... If you're just leveling up and you're getting plus ones or twos, then the enemies are just... They're leveling with you and getting stronger than you. Huh, I didn't realize that. I kind of forgot how the Oblivion leveling system worked. It's been so long since I played Oblivion, honestly. I would like to someday. Now that remake's out too, I might do that sometime. Okay. So this is promising. I'll escape this nightmare library. Anything different? No. I think this looks like it'll... Um, hmm. This is the brick again. Okay. I thought maybe I had the answer there, but maybe not. So that's back where I started. Yeah, okay. Not helpful. Okay. And will this take all the way back out? Yeah. So how do I get up there? Those towers. Kind of glimpse through the space here. The provisional house, the Aerbus. Hmm. Huh. So is this the same thing? Because I'm here and then I take it off. Yeah, except this lets me go that way. What's this way again? Hmm. So do you think in a sense it's also easier for players to get overpowered if they're... like leveling 5s the whole time, because then the monsters aren't matching that lowest levels. But yeah, give me an example. Yeah, I probably have to play it to feel it out, but okay, it's that way. But we already went that way. Nothing really was there. Hmm. This way feels maybe right though. Look at that. It looks like a fake wall. Interesting. So here I can go that way, but if I take it off, go this way? Is this helpful? No, it's the beginning. God damn it. Oh god. Nightmare, nightmare. Okay. How the hell? Withers, or whatever, Weaver, you have anything? When you level the 3 stats 10 times. Okay. I think I get it. Yeah, I mean that doesn't seem like a terrible system. I don't know. Like rewarding you for game knowledge, but then there's torches here too. I wonder if these had something to do with the left, right, left levers. Oh, what about in here? Is there a way in? I think there might be. So I have the helmet on, right? If I take it off, there's gonna be a wall there. No? Hmm. I mean, that one's obvious. That one maybe not so much. Hmm. Wait, so you're saying that the monsters, like if you don't get as many level points, the monsters don't level as much either? And I might be misunderstanding, but Okay, I've rested behind the bed. Huh. Well, I kind of feel like this maze is leading me in circles. Oh. I thought 5 was the max that you could get per level. Or this is Oblivion, maybe it's different. Okay, so from the beginning, you can... So I'm gonna go this way one more time. Hmm. Okay, so the passage there, or you can go up. I'm sorry, it's just by going up. Where does up lead? When you're up, is there any secret? Go straight. So it's up again. So it's out, okay. So this up path just leads. That's the beginning. Okay. Good to know. And these are the paths that all just kind of loop back. The eye, it must mean something. Help me. Oh god. There's another one. With the amulet of, what did I get? Amulet of super speed or something? Would that help? And fortify speed 100 points. It's pretty fucking good. This leads right on back, yeah. Huh. So I think this whole path is all just... I feel like I've traveled every road here and looked at every angle. Okay, screw that path. Okay, I don't believe in either of those paths. I think this maze is leading me in circles, so I don't think there's any way out of it. It's something else. Some trick. Because isn't this the beginning? I'm fairly sure, like, if I go this way, that's right on back. Yep. Damn. Huh. What did that book say? Gift giver's pride. God. The folly of the wicked, to more folly does it lead. That's where I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna try to read this to understand it. So no, so the monsters get a hand of only 6 to 8 points, not per stat, just sit in general. Okay. So you're saying the monsters are under leveled, like the player gets overpowered. Because monsters only have 6 to 8 points to spend, but player can have maximum of 15 and often gets like 11. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think. Does it like feel unbalanced when you're playing it? If folly is your stumbling block, it is folly. I am in the folly right now. But you're keen to make a wish. Go back to where you found yourself and find yourself within. Where did I find myself? Um, hmm. And find yourself within. I will go within the bed. This is where I started. That I'm in the bed. No? Okay. Maybe not. Yeah, that seems to be the weird way the leveling up works. Like if you level up certain skills, I guess it's the skills outside of your, like if you level up the miscellaneous skills, you level them up and get stronger, but you don't, doesn't go to your level. I think that's a batshit system. It's kind of interesting though. Total nonsense. Yeah, look, there's a path there. I want it so bad. What's that? Beige, black, blue. I gotta take pictures of these. Maybe it's the order you light them in. Because look, these are totally different colors, but these are the same. So maybe if you go beige, black, blue. Okay, got some nice photos of these candles here. This is so schizo. Um, hmm. How's it going, Weaver? I'm still here, still in the library. God damn it. There's that candle. Well, hmm. Actually, I could go back there, but no, I don't see how that would really help. What was it when the tower? I wonder if the towers have anything more. When towers fall, then you will see. So that's what happened. I made the towers fall, and then I was able to see. When towers rise, you'll have the key. Huh. You'll have the key. I feel like I don't know if I got the key. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Like it matters more in Oblivion when it shouldn't necessarily like be essential that you get min-max all the right stats. I do think it's a little batshit since it kind of I feel like it encourages you to level your lesser skills. Like because if you want to get 5 points, you can just level like these skills and you'll get more points. Because if you level just your main skills, then your like stats will go up too quickly and you'll level and not get the maximum points. To me, that's kind of nuts, but I like it. I don't think it's bad. It's just I don't know. Like modern, I feel like modern game design would look at that and have an aneurysm, you know? This is a little like shaft. Whoa, it changes depending what angle you look at it. V, it's saying V. The V must mean something. Or no, it's actually it's just a full texture. No, I'm not that crazy. Time to keep reading. I haven't read these yet. Oh God. God damn it, Mafala. I just wanted infinite knowledge. You put me in here. uh, huh, I wish I could look out here a bit more. I wonder if I could just catch a glimpse of anything. Oh, there's a book up there, floating high above. Something below. Hmm. This is gonna go back. I feel like I know how this works now. I've explored the whole thing. So this will take me back. Fairly sure about that. Where's the beginning? Over there, yeah. Yep. Okay, so that just leads in a circle. It's a loop. This is nothing. It just works. I agree. Like Todd Howard says, it just works. Wait, I thought I saw something change over there. No, it's just this wall beside me. There's nothing here. Come on. Flip me through the wall here. Uh... Right back here. Amazing. Well, I suppose since I'm here, I'll go look at this place again. Can I make the towers rise? I wonder... Wait, I have an idea. I wonder if I have to get back here with the candles on or something now? Now that I've done it? There's an idea. Okay, that's something I haven't tried. They did say go back to where you started. Because now I can get back into the maze instead of messing with all that. Sure, it's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Anything is at this point. Oh my god. It's a real stumper. I'll get it. I will solve it at some point. Potentially not tonight, but we'll see. Okay, so this should lead me out of here pretty soon. I think I can... Here, right? No. Whoops. Where's the way out again? No, it's this way, but there it is. Okay, so what if we close the door now? What does this mean? You have to only turn on these candles? Ugh, I feel like those colored candles have to mean something too. Let's turn them off. And then I want to try. Okay, that's a purple candle. None of them are purple. No. Okay. Look, there's a ladder down there too. Oh, interesting. The ladder down. Huh. I should just try looking at the ground over there too. Maybe that's a clue. So here, right, I can just go straight. This way. Wait, wrong way, wrong way. This way. Yeah. And here we are. So maybe? Is there some secret door also down here? Well, I mean, it's open. I feel like that's not going to be the answer, but... Yeah, having the lights off moves these up so that you can't access the lever. Oh, man, one second, I'm reading what you're saying. I sort of, I'm a little confused. I mean, I get what you're saying, but not really. Each skill is a child to an attribute. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, all the skills have their related attribute. But you need to leave enough skills behind that you can farm for points. Yeah, I think that's like what I'm saying, yeah. And that's kind of what I figured out of the system. Like if I only focused on leveling up my main skills, like destruction, these ones, then I'd level up quickly and I wouldn't have enough points. Like I wouldn't be able to put 5 points in each stat because I'd only have, you know, I assume I'd only have 10 points because all my if each point contributed to the major level. like the number, the level increase. But if you level up random skills on the side, also look at that acrobatics 100, super epic. Uh, okay, I should probably stop soon. It's pretty late. I did kind of want to figure out this nonsense, but might have to save it for another day. Oh, I feel like I'm close though, but there's got to be something I'm missing. I don't want to know what it is. I'll figure it out, but candles, ectoplasm. I wonder if the eyes of Horus mean anything. It's fine. Like they're so out of place. Like what? I feel like it must mean something. Is there anything behind? So this eye of Horus is there. It's just a wall on the other side. What about the other one? I think it might also just be a wall. Yeah, it's just a wall on the other side. Huh. Wonder if this is the ladder I was seeing through the world. I guess it is on the bottom floor. Man, those colored lights are gonna drive me loony. I feel like they have to mean something. And that's just the Evening Star, the last book in that series. Doors of the Spirit, yep. Any changes? Let's see anything. There's a candle. Red candle. There's an empty bookshelf. Can I put the key? That looks so awkward. I feel like that's not it. Maybe if I... It's a crackpot theory. Oh, totally crackpot. The red candle, though, that maybe could be something. Was there another candle anywhere else? Didn't think there was one on this shelf. There is. Green candle. So we have red, green, and purple up here. my god. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Okay. Yes. At last. It's beautiful. Yay. Progress. Okay, 2920 Evening Star. Thank God. Oh my lord. I knew it was the candles. There was something. I mean, I still don't. The colors. These aren't the colors of the candles I turned on, but. Okay, up or down? This is all new. I gotta play a little longer. I'm too interested in what's up here. I'm gonna go up first. Whoa. Wait, maybe not. That looks really important. If I went down first. So go down. Oh shit, it's one of these guys. I haven't even fought them before. Let me eat some food and drink. These are the... I forget what they're called exactly. Damn, they're kind of tough. Where's the force bolt? Force bolt ring. Ah! Oh my god. No. That's so sad. It happened. I made progress. I turned on some candles. Well, I guess you haven't done this part. I won't tell you exactly more than that, but... I'm no longer wandering the maze. It's beautiful. This shit is so wild. So these guys must have crazy dodge. I can't hit them, but okay. What about Bound Battle Axe? Huh? Well, there we go. Or that one's busted. There we go. Get out of here, lizard head. Yeah. Daedra heart. Yes, give me the hearts. I mean, I feel like I do get it. Like, what are you explaining? The balancing difference or the skills? How it works? Because I feel like I do get it. Okay. Can't go here. That's okay, because there was some very interesting places up here. So make sure I'm not missing anything with this nutty puzzle dungeon. Okay. Let me cast heal here on me. Except I suck at restoration. There we go. I take the helmet off. And now, oh my god. Moving bookshelves. Where am I now? Is this the Eye of Mephala, maybe? Is that what that means? I feel like these guys are about to judge me. This music is crazy. Yo. Thoth? Glisp Thoth? The Egyptian god of knowledge? Egypt is real? I'm not sure what Glisp is. Panacea? Oh my god. Okay, I can't turn off these candles. Whoa, shit's so cool. I love this room. Okay, let's say you're level 1. Yep, and those are your main stats. I can get away with leaving 2 of those skills behind for farming points, and I could at least... I could level 1. Something like destruction is miscellaneous. I see what you're... So you're saying in an unbalanced world in Oblivion, you could farm an extra skill to 100, because you could farm one of your miscellaneous skills all the way to level 100 at level 1, and you would never level up, because none of them would go to the points to level up. And through that, you can like get past the sort of unbalanced system of Oblivion, is what you're saying, I think. Okay. So there's a hearth. Some panaceas. Okay, Thoth. I am Thoth, and I guard these halls of knowledge. One of these doors exits the library, while the other leads to banishment in the Nightlands. You may ask either one of us a question, no more, no less. After that, you must make your decision. One of us always lies, and the other always tells the truth. That is the riddle of the gatekeeper. Come speak with us again when you're ready to ask your question. I feel like I've done this riddle before. Or if it's a similar riddle. I am Glisp, and I guard these halls of knowledge, that none too foolish should remain. If it is your wish to cross over, you may by means of answering a single riddle. Should you succeed, you will know the path. Should you fail, you'll be banished to the Nightland swamps forever. You may ask either one of us a question. One of us always lies, and the other always tells the truth. It is the guardman's riddle. Okay. Whoops, I didn't mean to open that. I guess both doors look the same. Right. Yeah. One question. Okay. That's not a question. Okay. Are you an honest guard? Only one of us lies. One of us only lies. One of us only tells the truth. Are you the liar? Isn't that the question you ask to the one who lies? Because then they say, because if they tell the truth, they'll say, no, I'm not the liar. But if they always lie, they'll also say no. Right? Well, maybe not. Are you the honest guard? Or is that the question to ask? Yes, and then if they lied, they always lied. Which door would the other guard tell me is correct? Are these the same questions on both sides? Yeah, because if you're just getting strong, getting stats, then the enemies aren't leveling up and you're still getting stronger. Weaver, please.
Well, we have a difficult trick from my master. If you need help with this riddle, you can ask me, although my guess is as good as yours. Try to get it right the first time, because if you choose the wrong door, you'll be banished forever.
Sure.
Good thing for you, I just drank an entire fortify intelligence potion I found upstairs.
Hell yeah, Weaver. Hell yeah, take your nootropics.
So there's a liar guard and an honest guard. You can ask just one of them one question. After that, you can't ask anyone, anybody, anything. The idea is there must be some question that will guarantee you information that will allow you to choose the correct door.
Right, because that's what I was thinking. But you could figure out which one was a liar, but the door is really the only part that matters. Is knowing which door is correct.
Honest guard. This guy's a straight shooter. He'll always tell you the truth. He can't help it. It's simply his good nature. You can ask him which door leads out of here if you've lost muscle mass recently. Or if that Colovian helm really does make you look like a toothpick and this guard won't fall of a thing.
Liar guard. Oh, right, because I see what you're saying. Yeah, because there's these super enemies that are higher level than the player always, but you can kind of supersede that by farming skills, which I don't think that's necessarily bad. Like I don't mind when the player is kind of posed with a challenge. I don't really like that the enemies scale, but I don't mind when it's like you're faced with enemies that are stronger than you. Gotta just deal with it and figure it out. Which door would the other guard tell me is correct? And I can only ask one question, right? Okay, it's not one question to each guard. I can ask just one of them one question. Yeah, that's it. So what if I ask which door would the other guard tell me is correct? So let's posit this. Thoth tells the truth because he's Thoth, god of knowledge. Glisp lies because I don't know, his name's Glisp. That's kind of mean, but I'm sorry, Glisp. That's just my theory. So it's just an experiment. So if you were telling the truth, which door would the other guard tell me is correct? And let's say the left door is correct. So then he would say the right door because he's the liar.
And then if you were the liar, if you are the liar in this theory, you are the liar. This door is correct. You'd say, what would the other guard say is the correct door? I think this is the right answer, because then if you're lying, you're gonna say that the other guard is gonna say that the right door is the correct door. So whichever door they answer to that question, I go through the other door. No, yeah, I mean that sounds pretty minor, and I'm all like, I don't care. Play the game, play a game however you want. You know, it's a single player game. Like, have fun with it. You know, if you feel like it's tedious grind, then yeah, don't do it. So that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just stubborn, I think, and I'm like, I'll just, I don't know, brute force a system, sort of. I'm almost certain this is the right answer. I'm gonna save just out of. Well, I want to save also because I kind of want to see what happens if you you pick the wrong door and you fall into oblivion. But I'm gonna try to do the right door first. So I think whichever door that the other guard would tell you the left door. So according to my theory, my experiment, then the right door is correct. Please be correct. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. It was a great TED Talk. Thank you very much, Brooklyn Arts. It was a good last act. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking. I mean, I own the original version. I mean, I did play the original version a decent bit. Like, I played the entire Shivering Isles DLC, and I did like the whole Dark Brotherhood quest and that. So I didn't think it was too bad without it. But I was thinking if I did play Oblivion, I thought it'd be fun to play the remaster. I don't know. I heard it was a good remaster. Whoa, look at that. Damn, this place is awesome. Woohoo! I gotta pick the right answer there. Yo, Weaver, what's up? I mean, maybe I didn't. What, do I have to equip the helmet again? Oh, yeah, yeah. No, Weaver, I want to say goodbye. Well, goodbye. You were fun. I'm back. I advise you to ask carefully, mortal. What you ask, I will grant. Frickin' persuade her. I'm not gonna try. Are you not content with a lifetime of knowledge? What else is there for you then? Tell me what it is you desire. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, I love it. He's my favorite character, Mr. Whisker, so far. I mean, maybe second. Creeper was pretty great too. I don't know if you've met Creeper. He's chilling. He's reading the next volumes of what is this Jatter? Jatter the Rat Hero. He was really into that book. I wish for power over men and mer, I suppose. Yeah, I mean it's the only option. Good request, mortal, because I can make you the most powerful in the world. Okay, is there going to be a secret trick to this one? No, he's okay. Weaver, sorry, not Whisker. But you're right, he is like, he's totally losing his mind. No, take me this way. Okay. Oh my god, where am I now? Sleep back. Can I unlock this door? Whoops, wrong one. No. Okay, I'm gonna make a save. In the Imperial Palace. Okay. Oh my god. I'm just curious if I take the wrong path. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't play that many multiplayer games, honestly, but I don't know. Maybe sometime. It would probably be, yeah, not soon, I guess. But hmm. Okay, so I'm just gonna see what happens if I go through the left door. Will it take me to Oblivion? Yeah, okay, I've read that. Yeah, we're in the Nightlands. Why, I thought I heard something on the other side of my wall. Hello, stranger. Although perhaps condolences are now in order. You, like me, are in the Nightlands. It only crosses one way. Yeah, right, this is about that guy who steals apples. This is just it? We're stuck? Like, this is a soft block? I think so. Hello, Am. We're here forever. Hmm. I think it's a straight up soft block. Yikes. It's a bad ending. Stuck in the Nightlands. So this is only, I know, right? That poor guy, he was just there forever. This is a crazy quest. Like I can't get over how like different this is from the rest of the game and how not that I haven't not enjoyed the quest. I think the quests are really cool, but this is like totally wild. I mean, most of the game, like what's been happening is just, you go get some information, you'll steal from someone, go kill someone, go through a dungeon, but now whoa, it was just like a bunch of wild puzzles and mazes and nutty stuff. Now I'm in the Imperial Palace. Yeah, the symbol doesn't have the triangle. The triangle is 100% the tribunal symbol. If I can go down there. I think it's an invisible wall, yeah. I know, Mafala doesn't mess around. She doesn't. Huh, that dragon. Akatosh. Rolverix. I am the Emperor? Is that what you think? Calling me my lord. The office of the potentate. Just potentate Versidu Shy? Is this the final day of the second era? I want to go talk to the potentate first. Oh, I can't go in. Oh, I want to talk to him though. He's a Stacy. He's a snake man. Okay, fine. Yeah, look at that. It's the capital in Oblivion. Wow. Imperial Palace. Is this power? I get to become the Emperor of Tamriel? Ah, yes. My people. Good people of the Empire. Yo, hell yeah. Yeah, gum is great. I haven't chewed gum in a long time. I feel like I haven't chewed gum for, well, maybe not. That might not be true. I feel like I haven't chewed gum for a year. I should get some gum. It is fun. Dear Potentate, I'd like to thank you for the gift of rosemary and sage. I was delighted when I received it the other day. How the Potentate can do so much as even manage to remedy the university's stock of supplies is always impressive. Certainly it will be a pleasure to teach the students their healing properties at the month's end. Given the terrible circumstances that have befit this empire in recent weeks and His Majesty's condition, I hope I can ask you to deliver some information to the Emperor with that tact that you so gracefully possess. I needn't wish to upset His Majesty, if you report that typo, any more in this gross time of trouble. After much trial and error, I regret to conclude that I will not be able to restore the vision in His Majesty's right eye. I think this is Riemann. I'm pretty sure that Riemann, the Emperor Riemann, had his right eye was blinded out. I think this is the end of the Second Era. It goes without saying that even if the greatest magus among men cannot restore his vision, the Psijics, no healer, great or small, can. Dude, you should. That sounds good. You guys had some beef stew. That was also quite excellent. It's akin to asking for the resurrection of a life that was to be restored to its original form of grace. While within the realm of our powers, theoretically, it is impossible to achieve in practice, beyond, of course, those questionable activities of Beth creative distortion, and some experts surmising a crude imitation of life that once was and can no longer be. I would like to encourage His Majesty in the fact that we can, however, begin a treatment to remove a large part of the scarring. This is which we are confident that this task may be accomplished hastily with minimal pain. No, no ribs. That's so sad. While not grotesque, we acknowledge that His Majesty may choose to keep his stars, a choice we would wholeheartedly support if he so chooses. It reminds me of what the words of the great scholar Anna Makar. The image of the individual is determined by two forces, that of his nature and that of time. Yeah, true. As it would be, time has always been the least predictable. Yeah, the 11th of Hearthfire, 2920. Yeah, exactly. Final year of the second era. Like a banquet down there. Look at this, is so cool. They have a whole Imperial Palace rendered. Yeah, my lord. I think I am the Emperor. My lord, allow me to introduce you to some early guests who've come bearing gifts for us. The Dunmeri, as you know, are quite ready to officially end this fourscore war. They have you to thank for that. I'll let you settle in. We must continue to get ready before the guests arrive. Yes, Cyrodiil is the land of Imperials and Akavir. Yep, second era. A land your great-great-grandfather united under one final Cyrodiil gunfire. Okay, the peace to the Morrowind. Our nation is a seat of power on Tamriel, the one true empire. Just 200 years ago, your great-great-grandfather, Riemann Cyrodiil I, defeated the foreign invaders from Macaberia. In doing so, demonstrated superiority over the armies of every land, known and unknown, and was recognized as such when he revealed himself as Dragonborn. It is you who carries on his name and blood. You are the true emperor of Tamriel. Fourscore War. Truly a remarkable thing. To think that an 80-year conflict between Cyrodiil and Morrowind finally ends tonight. A war that has outlasted both our lifetimes. You'll be remembered for this achievement. No doubt, Riemann Cyrodiil. You will remember this happy evening for centuries to come. Yeah, the snake built Stacey. Yeah, they are the good guys, generally, I feel like, in most of the games, but then... Yeah, I agree, they're not necessarily, they're kind of like, depends what side you take in the war in Skyrim, like, they could be seen as bad, but, I think they have their problems. But yeah, they all marry, come in, and yeah, I guess they do take over in Skyrim. I read an interesting, I don't think it's gonna happen, but uh, one of the lead writers who was going to direct Elder Scrolls 6, who isn't anymore, and like I don't know, Elder Scrolls 6, I have little, Bethesda's kind of not doing great things these days, but apparently this writer had a plan for Elder Scrolls 6 for the villains to be the Aldmeri Dominion, which they might still be, but his plan was for Elder Scrolls 6 to be like the kind of the Empire Strikes Back, where at the end the bad guys like the Aldmeri would win. So the bad guys would win at the end of Elder Scrolls 6, and it would set up Elder Scrolls 7. But considering how long their games take to make, probably wouldn't work. But I thought that was kind of an interesting idea. Yep, Potentate Versidue Shy. I went to the Temple District.
Greetings to you.
These
A pleasure to
guards
meet
look awesome. Vivek is our wise and decisive leader. His judgment, together with that of Almalexia and Sothasil, is why we have the privilege, typo, of being on no official terms, Emperor. Oh, I'm so interested in continuing, but it's kind of late. I think I should go to bed. Yep. Okay. I hate to do it. I gotta save. I'm so tired. I'll be able to appreciate this bit more when I'm more awake. I mean, it takes over the Emperor. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't honestly, when I first played Skyrim, I didn't really pay that much attention to the lore, um, which I kind of regret doing. I played a ton of Skyrim, I just didn't really read any of the books or think about the lore that much. I think I was just kind of young when I played it, but so I think if I played it now, I would take time to dive into all that stuff. But I guess, I mean, I did mostly get that. I don't know if I quite got the whole bit that the Aldmeri Dominion basically created the war. I think I liked the Nords at the time, but maybe just because they were, I don't know, cool and they had the shouts and stuff, and I don't know. But I guess they both did. Neither of them seemed that great. Nords in Skyrim in Morrowind, yeah, but I feel like they kind of move away from that in Skyrim, which is maybe not a good thing. I don't know. But yeah, in like Morrowind, the lore that you read about the Nords is really, yeah, I mean, some of the stuff is terrible. Like there's like Nord cannibals and they're a bit more barbaric, it seems like. But also, they have some really interesting religions that I feel I really like. I think one of the coolest things about Morrowind is the religion aspect. Um, it's a really interesting example of a game religion where it's kind of like real life, where different religions have different mythologies and they kind of have different interpretations of maybe one truth, but that there's not like an explicit "this is what happened," like with the creation myth and everything going on with all that. And I feel like they really dumbed down the religion in Skyrim, which I don't think is necessarily a good thing. Yeah, but the Empire, they're also like not, they're kind of, if I remember in Skyrim, they're kind of assholes. It's been a while since I played, but they're haughty, they're stuck up. That's maybe not necessarily reasons not to support them, but and they also kind of felt like the invaders, I guess, at the time. Though I agree your argument is good in terms of the actual right choice when the real enemy is the Thalmor, for sure. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Like I said, I didn't when I was playing the Skyrim for the first time, I didn't really think about that. I was My level of thinking was kind of basic, but I guess I was like 12 or I was 13 or something, so 13, 14. So I was just like, oh, these guys are cool. Yeah, that part I never picked up on that the Thalmor was making the invasion happen. But at the same time, they are invading, so I think you could make an argument that because they're the invaders, you could, regardless of like who cares about the Thalmor and the Empire, if you're a Nord, you want to defend your homeland from the invaders like that. I think that's an understandable perspective, even if maybe in the grand world scheme, it's maybe not the move, but I don't know. I'd have to. Maybe I'll play Skyrim sometime again. But I gotta go bed. Yeah, right. So it seems like. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. That was a whole lot of fun with that nutty puzzle dungeon. Oh my God. My relief when I turned on those candles in the corners and those walls rose up. Oh my God. I was walking around that nightmare maze for probably like an hour and a half or something. Well, yeah, so that was the latest episode of the March Through Morrowind. See y'all next time. Good night. Thanks for watching.